Welcome to another edition of In the Weeds with Ikard and Lehman, presented by Riverwind Casino. Riverwind is Oklahoma City's premier casino experience, and there are so many reasons why Riverwind is consistently voted OKC's number one casino, but it all starts with their amazing variety of gaming thrills and excitement. Riverwind's beautiful award-winning environment plays host to more than 2,800 of the latest electronic games with a huge selection of table games, including blackjack match roulette, and Teddy's favorite, craps. No matter what your game, Riverwind has it in spades and hearts. And to learn more about their gaming promotions and entertainment options, all you got to do is visit riverwind.com. Riverwind Casino, always a good time. Big one.
Yeah, massive, the biggest.
Let's start with Ole Miss's offense. Clearly, this is a group that can move the football and score points. And Trindad Chambliss is playing the quarterback position at a very high level, Ted. But this first play we're going to look at, you have to make this offense as one-dimensional as possible. That's the first key to victory for OU's defense against Ole Miss's offense is you can't let this attack be balanced, because when they're balanced, man, with all the playmakers that they have, they are very, very difficult to stop. So the first key to victory for the Sooners is shut this man down.
Yep.
That is Kewan Lacy. He is, I believe, one of the more underrated players, not running backs, players in college football. You'll see they're motioning in a tight end. They're in 12 personnel here, and they're just running split zone. I mean, it's a play you see all the time, and that cannot happen. Ted, they cannot find creases like that in Oklahoma's defense, or it's going to be a long day, man.
Yep. You got to be way more aggressive up there on the top, setting an edge. You got to get downhill at backer and can't run past your gap or get pushed past your gap. Not strong enough or thick enough on the on the inside. They're getting washed down. And too much space on the kick out is not a good combination. All those different levels there, and he can run through tackles. He's explosive. He's got good move in the open field. You see him put that toe on the ground on that free safety. And the guys that are coming, like if it does get out and you're coming down from depth as the last resort, you got to make a good drag down tackle right there.
He also has an awesome visor. That's a good look.
Jealous. Visors look so good.
That is a good look, but here's the best view of it. So they're just going 12 personnel split zone. So these two are working out here to Harold Perkins. Got a front side single block between the center and the right guard. We're up to here. We got our backside B block between the left guard and the left tackle. We're up to here. And then we've got tight end coming in the split zone action. It's a play you see all the time. Mm-hmm. And you just have to play it better than LSU's defense does right here, Ted. Just too many guys. You never want this. Mm-mm. You got guys stacked on top of each other in the same gap. That can't happen, or Lacy will make you pay. He's a really good back, man.
Hard to know exactly, but feels like they're in cover 4. A lot of teams play that down here on the goal line. Maybe it's not with those corners up tight. Maybe it's man-to-man. I don't know, but we got to get support from the safeties, or guys got to funnel it to the safeties a little bit better, because that splits it right down the middle. Not good. It's going to be a long day if he's able to get pouring downhill like that with that much space.
This guy, right tackle, washing that in, slanting inside. That's just too much wash, man. You got to be thicker than that. You can't get washed that much and create such a big gap.
Nope. Too much space there. And those things can happen, and we don't know leading up to it. Maybe there was an explosive before this and they're up on the ball quickly. and you don't have a whole lot of time to react, and you're kind of on your heels. But there's too much backers running around that block there to create a ton of space on the inside. Not that it necessarily would have mattered, but you want to try and make these little alleys as small as you can for the safeties that are replacing. So it's not, you want to limit that space. It makes the tackle way easier. Here it just, I mean, it opens way up.
Can't have these types of plays.
No.
And I'm sure they'll have some successful runs. Don't get me wrong, but you can't have these where he's up to a safety untouched, safety one on one in space. We've had our safeties have been really good in some of these situations, but that's tough duty
Yeah.
against the back as good as Lacy. These are the scenarios that you have to avoid if you're OU's defense in this game.
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, that safety's got a ton of space. His heels are on the goal line, so he can't really give ground. I mean, that's a low percentage tackle right there. Now, it could be done, don't get me wrong, but you you need to stop that run before it gets to that situation.
So, first key to victory for OU's defense: make this offense one dimensional. Shut down Lacy and their traditional run game, because Chambliss also is a factor, and they're going to get to some QB run game stuff, and he is undoubtedly a threat in the run game, and he's going to affect the backside of OU's defense. We know that they're going to get to some design QB run game, but maybe the scariest he is, Ted, is as a scrambler.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy, you look here at this snap, we're 3rd and 10. We've got good protection. He's not liking it. We got a free player, Ted, free player in space right here. Here he is. How do you think it goes for him? Any predictions?
Probably not well.
It does not go well. He doesn't even touch him.
Just a little, I mean, and that's not much of a move. He just says, I'm going to run right around you, and he's got the speed to do it.
And he keeps going faster, and he makes that guy miss.
Mm.
And he just does a little skip into the end zone.
Uh, makes scoring look really easy when a guy can do that. And that's kind of giving Kyler Murray vibes right there, isn't it?
He kind of has a similar, like he's kind of like a jumbo Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
I don't think he doesn't have the arm talent that Kyler has. He's not going to be the first pick of the draft. I'm not trying to make him out to be Kyler Murray, but he's got a lot of similar qualities, and he can turn your lights out as a scrambler, man.
Yeah. That's dangerous.
So it's the same thing that we talked about with Lenora Sellers last week. You got to make him play from here.
Yep.
And he can beat you from there. This guy he is a talented thrower of the football, but you got to be able to trust your pass rush, trust your guys back there in coverage, and do your best to limit him getting free like that. That's a big problem. So I'm not saying it's easy, man, but you have to be disciplined in your rush lanes. You have to try to contain him as much as possible. And OU's defense, for the vast majority of the game against South Carolina, did that very well against Lenora Sellers.
Yep. Yeah. And you got to be careful. Like you see, we're in man to man here. We're in man everywhere. These guys are not going to be in a good position to make a tackle. You got that one free player whenever he stepped up. And if that guy doesn't make the play, look how everyone else has run off all the way down the field. That is dangerous. So, I mean, be curious to see how much man to man we run. We don't run a whole heck of a lot of it, but we do some man pressures.
Yeah. So we'll see, but this is something. Key to victory number 2 for OU's defense is you have to limit the damage that Chambliss does as a runner. That's in the design QB run game, the read run game, and then maybe the most dangerous he is as a scrambler. When things kind of break down and he just takes off and makes something happen.
Yep. Good player.
Do we have a little ankle roll on the skip? Little hitch there, right?
Hmm.
Huh.
Oh, no.
Oh, this guy. This guy's saying, hey, jump up here, big guy. Come on.
Come on, give me some.
He wants the Lambo leap. That's what he wants. He's saying, come on. Come on. Yeah. Get up here. Come on. Come on. I like that.
Nah,
Oh,
not in a 14-10 game against Washington State at the end of the third. I'm gonna tone that down a little bit right now.
look at this lettuce on this photographer. My goodness. That is luscious.
Wow.
I mean, look at it kind of flap in the breeze as he's getting the camera out. Oh, just a
He
little
looks like he's got a personal fan in front of him just blowing like a rock star on stage.
amazing. I love that. That's so good. All right, on to the next play. This is going to be a massive, massive part of this game. This is an RPO based offense for Lane Kiffin. And it's no secret. They want to test you down the field. You see this condensed formation right here, Ted. What do you have up here at the top of the screen?
1-on-1 with a lot of space.
Lot of space. And you'll see they're blocking inside zone up front. It's more of like a duo situation where you got the double teams, you got some vertical double teams. They're block and run, right? You can see it. O-line, tight end, we're block and run. Chambliss doesn't like the box count. He likes the one-on-one matchup at the top, and he throws it.
Yep.
Perfect position.
Chest to chest.
He's in perfect position, Ted. Trust your technique. Find the football. I don't really love the call here, but he is grabbing him pretty good. That's Trey Wallace. He's a really good player. But that's the thing is we've seen several times this year OU's DBs right here in this position, right where you want to be, right in phase. You got to find the football and make a play on the ball. Because if you don't, it's going to be a long day. They're going to throw them over and over and over again, and the flags are going to come out. Oh, there it is. There's the graphic, Ted.
Well, I mean,
PI.
when you look at our defense, the most successful thing that people have done against us is pass interference, right?
Yeah.
And that's the good thing about some of these deep balls is they're low risk. You don't even have to complete it to get the reward for it. You throw it up if you've got good cut, like a good window. You don't have a safety that's right there over the top, and you could throw it down the field. Let your guy either go make the play, or if he can't, become a defender on it, or you get the pass interference. Low risk.
If this defense, going back to the first play, if this defense does a nice job of shutting down Lacy in that traditional run game, hopefully you don't find yourself, even when they get in these condensed formations, hopefully you don't find yourself with as many one-on-ones where there's that much space. Hopefully you're feeling good about keeping a safety a little deeper as a defense. But if they find success running the football, you're going to have to creep closer and closer to the line of scrimmage, and they're going to take more and more of these throws with the one-on-ones on the outside.
Yep.
Just duo RPO. And the RPO is, hey, go run by this guy. I'm throwing you a go ball. It's not complicated, man, but it's effective. And this is what Ole Miss's offense does. They throw it deep. It is going to be a big challenge for OU's corners. So that's key to victory right there is OU's corners have to play at a high level because they are going to be challenged in the RPO game. And on to our next play, they're going to be challenged with double moves as well. This is something that Lane Kiffin loves. Look at the score right here. I mean, we got a game between Ole Miss and the Hogs, but you can see down here at the bottom of the screen, down here, you're going to see his double move. And this is something that they really like to do. Once again, they want to push it down the field. got six-man protection. Protection's perfect. Look at this. Look at that pocket.
Mm.
I mean, that's beautiful. Running back steps up, stones his guy. We're all in great position as O linemen. That's beautiful. And that allows Chambliss a great platform to just launch this. What are we calling that? A slant and go? A little sluggo, Ted?
Yep. Looks like it.
Uh.
Little swim move there, and he's off. And look how quick this. See, and we've talked about this before, but a lot of people think that the deep ball requires a long time of protection, and if you don't have the protection, it's hard to get there. Look how quick this ball comes up. He receives it, little fake, boom, one step, ball's gone.
2.5 seconds.
That thing's out quick.
It's out quick. Little hitch.
He throws it right. I mean, that receiver's not even past the level of the DB whenever he starts his throw in motion.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Yeah, a little over 2 Mississippi. That's my official count.
Yeah.
So that's not the hardest thing in the world when it comes to pass protection as an offensive lineman.
Yep.
If you're taking shots, you know that he's not going to hold it forever. You can change your set accordingly, but this is great pass protection. And then what a throw, man.
Yep.
I mean, look at this throw. You talk about dropping it in the bucket.
Put some air on it.
One thing, what do you think about this deep safety? Because look at Chambliss's eyes. So we've got a deep safety in the middle of the field, right?
Yep.
For Arkansas. I mean, he's looking right all the way. I know, and we get a pump. We get a pump that way. Why is there so much space is my question.
Yeah, I don't know. He's only got one vertical on this side. This other guy's short, but it's hard to know. Like Chambliss could be a guy that's been looking him off all day, and
right.
He sees him eyeing it, and he's hesitant to go jump it. But you do, and I thought the same thing on the last play. You had end over with a condensed set and then a split out guy, and the guy at the point of the condensed set is ineligible. I'm already cheated way over there if I'm that free safety. And on this one, you got to know where your personnel is and who the deep threat they like. And I know they've got multiple guys that they like to throw to, but I mean, you have to try and become a factor here.
This is also a factor. You got to limit the number of times they're in 2nd and 3. This is a team that pretty much all the time operates in 4-down mode.
Yeah.
So if you get them, if they get 2nd and 3, 2nd and 2, they're going to throw bombs in those situations. And it goes back to what we talked about on the first play. You have to shut down that run game. You got to be good on early downs. You're not going to run it all the time on first down, but you have to keep them out of these 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4, 2nd and 2 situations, because that allows them. It's just a waste down in Kiffin's mind. And he say, hey, if we have a waste down, we're going to chuck it deep and we're going to see what happens.
And I like that philosophy. Aggressive.
You can say a lot about the man, but he's aggressive. There's no doubt about it. And he also, I mean, look at that pocket. This is the stuff that gets me going, Ted. Look at this dish. I mean, that's so beautiful. That's perfect.
Yep.
Must be just, I mean, it's got to feel fantastic to be Chambliss right there. Beautiful ball. And look at the speed on Kiffin. Here he is down here in the white. There he is.
Where's the clipboard? Did he not throw the clipboard in the air on this one?
No clipboard in the air. I know that's your favorite thing he does, but he is moving. He's got the clipboard in hand. He does seem to have a knack for when they're going to connect on some of these deep balls. You find him running down the sideline quite a bit on these.
And we've talked about this before. Look how that receiver, it's a double move, but he still tries to get to the bottom of the numbers to leave himself some room and give the quarterback some space for that football.
Got to hug the red line, right? You go out to college football practice fields, you'll find that red line right below the numbers. Great ball, great play. 2nd and 3, great situation. Got to keep them behind the chains, Ted.
Yep.
So that's the four plays we have. Like the four main keys to victory for OU's defense is shut down the traditional run game. Try your best to limit the damage Chambliss does with his legs. You got to play the RPO stuff really, really well. And then the double moves and the deep shots are coming, especially in good down and distance situations like this one.
Yep. First down, going to be critical in this one. Stopping the run. The goal, as always, make them one-dimensional.
All right, let's talk about some of the keys to victory for OU's offense versus this Ole Miss defense. But first,
it's football time in Oklahoma, and you need beef built like our guys on the field. Premium, powerful, and ready to perform. That's Didier Ranch. They're a family ranch right here in Oklahoma, raising and shipping their own beef nationwide. Steak burgers, premium ground beef, and they hand deliver next day to the Oklahoma City metro and surrounding areas. Norman, Moore, Edmond, Yukon, right from their ranch to your doorstep, faster than the Sooner Schooner after a touchdown drive. Premium beef delivered. Visit DidierRanch.com and taste the luxury of tradition.
Getting thirsty breaking down this film? Are you tired of boring water? Are your electrolyte packets too salty or full of sugar? We've all been there. That's why we'd like to introduce y'all to Trevi. Trevi is Oklahoma's hydration company that's full of flavor and electrolytes to keep you hydrated throughout the day. Whether you're tackling a wide receiver, that lingering house project, or your daily workout, you need to be hydrated. With Trevi's flavor-filled formula, you don't have to sacrifice taste for functional performance, and Trevi is giving In the Weeds viewers a 20% discount on y'all's first order when you use the code GameDayHydration at drinktrevi.com. Trevi Hydration, a fountain of flavor. Shaner and Franklin's attorneys know a thing or two about drilling, whether it's drilling running backs on the field or drilling wells in the patch. As former collegiate athletes, Shaner and Franklin bring the same discipline and grit to oil and gas law. The Franklin in Shaner and Franklin is Daniel Franklin, my teammate for 4 years at OU. D. Frank's an awesome dude, super smart. From title work to transactions, they hit hard, play smart, and don't quit until the job's done. So when the deal gets tangled in the weeds, trust Shaner and Franklin to do whatever it takes to get you in the end zone. Contact Shaner and Franklin for all of your oil and gas legal needs. All right, looking at some of the keys to victory for OU's offense versus this Ole Miss defense. And the first two plays we're going to look at is just a formation that I like in this game. It's 3-by-1, Ted, with this nub tied in as the one receiver side. And some of the things we saw from Caden Helms against South Carolina made me think that he's capable of executing some of the things that I think can that can have success in this formation. So this is Perkins, number 4. Interesting player. He's more of like an inside backer body type, but he plays this outside linebacker hybrid kind of position for them, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. Now, he's a good player. I like the way he plays. He's physical, but if Caden Helms can hold up, not by himself, but like in run blocking combinations against Perkins, I think we can find some money here. So, and there's no better example than what Washington State does right here. All they do is run zone right at him. Right at them. And they are creased, baby. I mean, right at them, Ted. Zone read. We're reading the backside defensive end, right? Our quarterback's reading this guy, tight end, tackle. We're comboing up to this corner, center, right guard. We're pushing it front side to this inside backer, left tackle, left guard. We're B blocking. We're to this backside backer. I mean, you got a hat on a hat in the zone read situation. And I mean, Washington State creases him right here. Bam. And he's gone. See ya.
I like it. Now, I've said this on here before. If you get zone and you know there's supposed to be a double in front of you, and this guy doesn't place a hand right here at all, it will almost 100% of the time cut back. So if I'm this backer and he climbs to me, there's no punch. I'm going to set him here and boop, fall back because it's a gap exchange. This guy will end up taking and eliminating that gap, and there's no work for you over here. You're just running yourself out of the play, and you can see that take place right here. Just no arm out with that guard, fall back. Set him. You can't fall back immediately because he'll climb to you and gather you, but set him up, press it, and then whoop, fall back, and you'll be there to make the play.
So this is Xavier Harris, good player, 51 for them. Guy is enormous. He loves to swim in the run game. It's because he's a super tall guy. I think he's listed at 6'8".
Whew.
So he is a swimmer in the run game, which sometimes can make you a little gun shy as an offensive lineman when a guy swims as often as he does in the run game. But you see, he gets caught with it here, gets washed by. See him catch him under that armpit. He's trying to swim, catches him. And you don't always have to reach a guy on mid zone or wide zone. Sometimes you just got to push him out and take him farther than he wants to go. And that still creates the same crease, and boom, creased him. Uh-oh, safety. You better come more under control and at a better angle than that. Oh, no.
It's tough.
So he goes and scores a touchdown. Now, here's a couple other things I think we can get to in this. And remember, we're reading that backside in. If that backside in wants to crash and try to take the running back, Mateer can keep it, run around here. If he gets some blocking, it's, you're picking up a nice chunk. Is he going to go run for a touchdown? Probably not, but you can have some nice 5, 6, 8-yard chunks if that's how they want to play that. I like some of the gap scheme stuff. One of my favorite plays into this look is just what I call G, where you're it's kind of a gap scheme on the front side. So this would be G, essentially G read. You'd be reading this guy still, but the tight end, you're going to go down, tackle tight end. You're both going down. You're going to these backside guys, or actually, I would actually take this tight end. I'd influence him and arc him for this corner. Let me clean this drawing up. So I'd either, if you can kind of freeze him and then inside release, get up to this corner. I'm taking my tackle, getting him on this backer now. I think in this situation, with the way that Xavier Harris plays a lot of stuff, I'd take my guard down on him and make life easy for my center, and I'd make my center my kick-out puller. And we saw them do that with Michaela quite a few times. And then you're just zoning on the backside. You've got your B block getting up to that backside backer, reading that backside in. So it's just another way. It's a different presentation to try to crease them. You're trying to come right off those blocks from your right tackle and your tight end inside that kick-out block from your center. I think that's the easiest way to do it. You could run it to where you're trying to reach that shade at center. That's tough duty against 51. Why make life that hard for you?
Yeah, and you can do it. You can do any kind of combinations you want. You can do it with the tackle and the center.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whatever combinations you want, depending on where they're lined up, you can use those angles to your benefit and try and get the guys, on the outside on some smaller bodies and create some seams.
How about our old buddy? How about just a little GT counter read?
Mm-hmm.
You're leaving these two. You're leaving Perkins in the corner for your pullers. I mean, there's all kinds of different things like traditional running back run game that you can get to in this look, but it's all dependent on Caden Helms having the type of performance as a blocker that he had against South Carolina.
Yeah.
It's going to be very, very important. So this is just a formation that I really like. And you look at, this is just some of the traditional like running back read run game. And if we go to the next play, let's watch him crease him one more time. That's why I love wide zone.
Yep.
Creates so many variables. Oh, hey, Ted, you're our sprint expert. What do you think? What do you think about the lift?
Pretty good. I'm not as much of a fan of the foot strike though. He's kind of a full foot hitting the ground. We just want we just want that midfoot area. That's it. We don't want the heel touching the ground at all. But he may have already been into stride mode, you know. Acceleration was over, already had the goal line in vision.
I like that. Oh, we got a great view here. This is where I should have done the designs. I'm an idiot. But you can just see the variables that this mid zone creates, and we got a crease, man.
Yep.
See how 51 tries to swim? That's his
Yep.
go-to, man. He wants to swim over guys because he's tall. He don't want to play with his pads down all the time. It's
And
hard. He's
this
six
is
eight.
yeah. And this is what I'm talking about. Up the field, no punch with that other guard. So you just set him up and then fall back and make the tackle.
Well, maybe you should coach backers at Ole Miss. I don't know who the backers coach is, but that's you better come to make a play, number 3.
Woo. They didn't help you out up front, but that's you.
That's you. All right, same formation. Let's look at we just looked at some of the run game, like traditional run game ideas with the running backs where you're just kind of reading that backside in with Mateer. This one is it's the same thing. 3-by-1. We get to 3-by-1 here. So they're actually in 21. They motion that back out of the backfield. You're still getting to 3-by-1. It's the same look. Right here, you see if we're comfortable running Mateer, there is money to be made in this 3-by-1 formation with the nub tight end as the single receiver side. This is just quarterback G lead. And this is a play that I know Arbuckle has in the system because we've run it this season.
Mm-hmm.
You see the G block on the outside linebacker. He gets, oh, dang. Just gets slammed.
Is that the tight end that comes up and just eliminates the other guy? That's a really nice block, too.
Yeah, but you see, this is just G lead, quarterback run game to the boundary, the 3-by-1. And there's no one in the picture. I mean, you got to play it better than this if you're Ole Miss. But this is one of those, I mean, this is Washington State, guys.
Mm-hmm.
They're ripping off QB run game in this formation. And they are controlling guys at the point of attack. We're early second quarter, and we're getting after them. I like that. But what we're ripping off, he's still going.
20, 25 almost, 23-yard run.
Math isn't our strong suit. That's 37 to the 50, so that's 13. There's another 5. Yeah, we're close. So, I mean, that's why I like this formation because it gives you really good options in the read run game with your running backs and in the quarterback run game. So, if you look at some of the things you can run, we've got the QBG lead right here. That's what we're looking at right here. You got the G block from the front side guard on the edge defender. He jumps inside. He logs him. That's the proper read. Running back goes around it. Proper read. That's just QBG lead. And so another couple things we could get to. How about a little just QB GR counter, Ted, where we're pulling the backside guard. He's kicking out the edge defender. And now this running back is just like, the GY counter where the tight end inserts as your second puller. Now he's just here. And the reason I'm fine with it is he's got a corner. He should be able to handle that. You know what I mean? So you can get to the QB GR counter. I guess does that make sense?
Yeah.
Guard running back.
Yeah.
GR. Sure. We'll call it that. One thing, another very simple thing. It's easy as can be, man. We're here. Whether you want to take this combination to this guy or this guy, I'm fine with either. I like taking this combination, being nice on it and getting the leverage and the angle on that inside backer. And you're just running QB lead zone, running back blocking the corner. Easiest thing as can be. It's very similar to the wide zone play we just watched Washington State take to the house, but quarterback's carrying the ball and you got your running back as a lead blocker. So all these things are good, man. I don't know if we're going to get to a bunch of them, but I really like what I saw from Washington State out of this formation.
Yep. And it ties in with all your passing game stuff. They got a motion going here. So I mean, the basically the counter is he looks outside and holds these guys like he may throw that bubble there, but you can still work all your good route combinations and bubbles and tunnels and double slants and all of that out here to the trip side as well.
Yeah, you can throw all kinds of RPO stuff off it. If you don't like the box count, throw it out there. Make those guys tackle in space. I mean, it's not overly complicated, but I'm a big fan of that formation. Nice run. Washington State, they had a couple just
Little
sportsmanship.
helmet tap. Good job, buddy.
Good play.
23-yard run, no big deal.
20-yard run. All right, here's another QB run from Arkansas, but one of the things I want people to focus on this one, look at these interior defensive linemen for Ole Miss. This is going to be very important for OU's offensive line. Ole Miss, they're not as good at our D-line is at it, but they use the twists in the run game to get guys free a lot. You see how they're going with that interior twist, Ted?
Yep.
They use it a lot now. How the penetrator just gets cut loose, that's crazy to me. But that's something we're going to have to handle. But this is simple, man. This is that split zone bluff play that we've been running.
Yep.
Tight end coming back on the split zone action. He doesn't block the edge player. He goes and blocks the alley defender. And once again, we're creasing him. Split zone bluff, QB run game. Long strider, Taylor Green, but an effective runner. I mean, we're ripping off an easy 10 here, Ted.
Yep.
Nothing complicated. Something that's already in the playbook for the Sooners, something we've seen them run at a high level. We just saw them run split zone effectively against South Carolina, whether it was on the run split zone, same side split zone, the traditional split zone with the tight end in the weakened position. And then you add this split zone bluff play where the quarterback's keeping it, and you should have a nice split zone package coming into this game against Ole Miss. Got to handle those twists at the line of scrimmage, but this stuff, it should be good. It should be good. You should be able to get some nice gains in the QB run game, Ted.
No, I agree. I like it. And, you could just tell watching these plays from several different games that there's, you may not be able to do it consistently, but if you continue to throw good plays that are drawn up and designed right, there's going to be some yards there to be had in the run game.
All right, let's move on to some of the pass game stuff. And they look the part at corner. You look at Ricky Fletcher, number 9. He's 6'3", super long. Antonio Kite, number 8. He's 6 foot. Chris Graves, number 32. He's 6 foot. Like, they look the part, but corner is the weakness of their defense, and they have given up big plays. So I know that we have not pushed it down the field a ton this season, but if Gunnar Stockton can do it, then John Mateer can do it. And we have to attack them at corner because that is the weakness of their defense. And they are going to make explosive plays on offense. Like, they're going to have some. That's what their offense is, man. So you have to be able to match it a little bit. What a throw.
Yep. Great throw. And remember, pretty much risk-free. You don't have to protect very long. You could put it out there where no one else has a chance but your guy, and maybe you complete it. Maybe you get the pass interference.
This clip is not overly complicated. Doesn't need some deep dive analysis. Test their corners vertically.
Yep.
I also think like the deep comeback routes, the deep over routes where you can run away from a little bit, whether it's Satania or Burks. Like, this is a game where I think we need to push it down the field a little more.
Totally agree.
And you can do it. And you can do it. They have given up big plays. And the one thing I will say, just watch. I've watched every snap their defense has played this season. If the pass protection is good for the opposing offense, there are guys open.
Yeah.
All different levels. In the middle of that underneath zone coverage, there's holes there. In between the safeties and the backers in zone coverage. And then their corners have been beat deep. Like, if the pass protection is good, there are plays to be made against this defense in the passing game. Big plays. But it all starts with good protection.
Yep. Nope.
Which, luckily, for the vast majority of the season has been very good for this offense.
Yep. And, the other part of that is having success in the run game and forcing them to get into some coverages that have a few more weaknesses there.
No doubt about it. All right, let's look at one more play. Oh, actually, let's see what we got. Oh, hits him with the stutter, Ted.
Mm-hmm.
It's good coverage from 9. You can see he's 6'3". Look at how long that guy looks.
Big dude.
I mean, that's what you want it to look like. He's in perfect phase, doesn't find the ball. Great throw by Stockton and a heck of a catch by Bell.
It is. And once he got his shoulders past him, he does a good job of it's like you're passing a car on the interstate. Once you make the pass, you get in front and wall him off.
I believe they call that stacking.
Yep.
Where you get past them and then you cut him off. You stack him. It's a great throw, great catch, big play down the field. There's no reason we shouldn't be able to make some of those. Whether it's Giovanni Gibson, Isaiah Satania, like, we've got guys that have the speed to challenge these corners from Ole Miss. Mateer's got to throw them. The protection's got to be good. And you got to get in advantageous looks to throw them, but you can throw them. They've given them up. Last play. Look at the down and distance. 3rd and 6. And look at what we have, Ted.
Yep.
It's our old friend, 6 up. We've struggled with it at times. We got a little better against South Carolina. Kent State, we struggled with it. This is Ole Miss's go-to look in 3rd and long. And to their credit, they keep you guessing, man. They'll bring all 6. They'll bring 5 and drop 1 guy out. They'll bring 4 and drop 2 guys out. They'll rush 3 and drop 8 out of it. They do a lot of different stuff out of it. But the key is communication. Everyone knows what they're working, and that is offensive line, running backs, tight ends. If everyone's accounted for, we're all good. Just know where you're going. Don't get picked. They will pick and twist out of it. But this is, and they're going to try to pick Jake Michaela because he got picked again against South Carolina. That cannot happen. Set more in the middle, Michaela, and use your drag hand. Collect it when they try to pick you. It ain't that hard. I know you can do it. But one thing, let's see how this plays out. Oh, it's collapsing on him, Ted.
Mm-hmm.
It's collapsing on him. Oh, he's going to get out. Oh, got him by the shirt.
Tuck that shirt tail in, and you got a first down.
That's one where I'm confident Mateer's going to have to do this, especially in some of their rush 3, drop 8 stuff. Mateer's going to have to run for some first downs in this game.
Yeah.
He's going to have to do some stuff with his legs in some of those 3rd down situations. But we got to protect that pocket. Can't collapse like this. It's got to be cleaner than this. We can't be getting walked back at guard. There's that center. We're getting walked back at center. Integrity of the pocket's got to be better than that. You can't be in the quarterback's lap. But one thing, so you got to handle the 6 up. They're going to do a bunch of different stuff at it. You got to set properly. Everyone's got to know where they're going. But one thing, and this is something that Arkansas did, and it's something that Georgia did. One thing I think you'll see us sprinkle in these situations is just running the ball. Because you've got these backers up close, and you see how they're bailing and turning. You just run a simple zone play to the side of the guy that's dropping, And the numbers are on your side, man. And I've seen multiple teams do it. These 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. I think Georgia may have done it like on a 3rd and 10. Just popping some simple zone runs where it's easy to identify where we're all working, right?
Yep.
And if that guy's turning and running like this, if we can just crease him in the zone run game right here, you're feeling really good about picking up an easy first down, just popping a run in some of these 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5 situations if they're going to go to 6 up.
Yeah. No, I like it. And, I even think that, Mateer looking to run in a couple of these when they do come, if like on this one right here, whenever you feel that, if he's quick with it and takes off while all those guys are rushing upfield and trying to get around, there's you got to know when to do it and pick your times. But this could be a game where he is really effective with his legs.
No doubt about it. And I think that you see what this backer from Ole Miss does, how he runs up the field with that running back.
Mm-hmm.
That creates, look at this exit lane for Mateer. I know this is Garrett Nussmeier, but that's a big exit lane.
Yep.
That's not what you're looking for if you're Ole Miss.
No.
So you got to handle the 6 up situations. That's their go-to in 3rd and long. You can pop some run game where just, hey, zone read, QB lead zone, even like a QB split zone play where the running back's going across the formation and just blocking the end man on the line of scrimmage. I think you can pop some runs, but also if Mateer gets exit lanes like this in these situations, make them pay, man. Don't overcomplicate it. Just go run for the first time.
No doubt. No doubt.
That's all I got. That's all we got.
Good stuff.
Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and like these videos. Also, if you really like this, you can show your appreciation. You can click those 3 dots down there and give us a super thanks. Other than that, we'll see you next time here on In the Weeds.